I've come to the South Island of New Zealand to work hard, play hard, and eat well. And if my aim is true, have a high country taste test with wild rabbit, wild hare, and crack shot Willie Crawford. It's that sort of classic, nice, flavorful, gamey flavor. You know, it's not unlike venison. I much prefer the hare.
Yeah. This property that we're on is actually owned by some friends of mine, and they've got a big place down the valley, and we thought that that would be the next part of the adventure, is go down and meet Jan and Tom.
Because we've been...
Welcome to Northburn.
Morning.
Hi, good to see you.
Tommy, good to see you again.
Tom and Jan Pinkney are proud Kiwis. Together, they run 10,000 sheep on tens of thousands of acres of land. There's no question what's for dinner around here.
Do you want to show Mike around?
Yeah,
or?
sure. We can hop in the truck.
Sure.
Yeah.
And go for a look around, see if we can find some sheep to move.
Let's do it.
We'll show you my truck here.
Here we go again,
This is the modern form of four-wheel drive truck in New Zealand.
Geez, that don't look like a truck at home. You think I'd actually fit in there?
I reckon you will.
Fold the chef into the helicopter. I guess now I know what a sardine feels like, but it sounds like I'm going for a ride in a lawnmower. Can this thing really get up with a chef on board? Must have a lot of sheep.
Yeah, we run 10,000 merino sheep, 150 cattle. We send the ewes out to those summer blocks, which is about 10,000 acres, and they spend six or 8 weeks out there. That's why the meat, which we'll taste later on, tastes so good. They live on the herbs and up there in the clean air and clean water.
Sure. New Zealand lamb is some of the very best in the world, and with 10,000 sheep scattered over tens of thousands of acres, Tom's flying truck is starting to make a lot of sense. In his spare time, Tom has a hobby. He grows grapes, but not just any grapes. This is the central Otega Valley, where some of the world's finest Pinot Noir is produced, much of it right here.
This is the holy grail of grape growing. Any wine aficionado will tell you that Pinot Noir is where it's at. So this is what we're doing here now, is putting these nets on to keep the birds out.
And why is it that Pinot Noir is so hard to grow? Why is this such a finicky grape?
Well, it's very thin-skinned, for one thing, so it's very susceptible to botrytis and other diseases. To rot.
You really got to work hard to get these grapes to come to fruition.
You know, there's a lot in it. There's a lot in it. It's very labour-intensive. Here, we could not get these grapes established without water, and it'll take maybe 15 or 20 years before we'll be able to turn the water off. Because when they're that old, they'll eventually be able to get enough water for themselves and be in balance with the environment. So in about 6 weeks' time, we'll be harvesting premium quality Pinot Noir.
A lot of work and a lot of appreciation when you finally get to crack that bottle open, eh?
Yeah, there you go. There's a thought.
While Tom and I have been flying around the backyard, Al, Matto, and Jan have been busy. It's time for me to jump in and help get our feast ready.
Would you like a glass?
Would I? Cheers. You don't need another guy around the station helping out, do you? You know, I got some free time. Might stick around a couple of years.
There you go. Yeah, you'd be welcome.
It's a very Kiwi sort of meal, this, you know.
Yeah.
Some lamb, some roasted root vegetables, some beautiful fresh greens.
And you need some vegetables, so we got to get picking, eh?
Some salad vegetables will be great.
And you don't mind a couple of chefs loose in your garden?
That's all right, I have someone watching you.
Now, what are these trees? What is that?
That's an almond.
An almond? That's an almond, really?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at those. I know what those are.
Oh, here we are.
Wow. Oh, man.
How are they?
All-time favorite berry, blackberries.
What's up?
All-time favorite. Look at these.
Oh, here we go.
You think there's enough here to share, or should we just eat all these?
Like a kid in a candy shop.
Oh, you're going to share them, aren't you? Okay. That'll be nice. Lots of
zucchinis, and it's beautiful, beautiful produce. Just right here to be picked. Mike, don't you like tomatoes that have a little bit of bumps and bruises, but, you know, they've got
nature's beauty marks, eh?
Exactly. Not these perfectly right ones in polystyrene containers.
With no flavor. One more thing, though. Just over there where we took off with the helicopter before, let me show you something. Right there in that ditch, that white, look at this thing.
Oh, that's what we call a puffball.
Is it edible?
I've never eaten one.
Look at the size of it, huh? You go first. No. Everything was going good till we picked the mushroom. Never seen before.
Oh, wow, puffball. Where'd you find that?
I was out near the barn there.
Cool, that's a fresh one too.
Polystyrene.
Can you eat them?
Oh, yes. They're
Can we?
Beautiful, yeah.
The puffball is really just a large mushroom, but as meaty as it is, it's actually quite bland. Not after we grill it with olive oil and garlic, though.
These are like
mushroom steaks.
Give us a little bit to try now. What about that lovely little bit of that little finger?
Yeah, there's a taster right there.
Here's a taster.
Hey, up! We almost lost one, huh?
That's quite nice. I like that.
It is good. It does have a bit of a sharp aftertaste, though, doesn't it? The
Little
colors are
tingle.
brighter, too. You notice that?
And ours starting to look really pretty.
Look at that, huh? It's a thing of beauty. How does it feel putting a meal together like this?
We like to do it this way, nice and casual. Pick some nice fresh produce, throw it all together, open a bottle of Pinot, sit down and relax.
Shall we say new friends and new flavors in New Zealand?
Yeah. Drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Tom, as well.
Quite a few of each. If you don't be shy, don't be shy.
Geez, that one doesn't count, does it? How's that looking?
Oh, give it.
Who wants to try the mushroom?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm a carnivore. Oh, look at that.
I'd share with you some trout, but Matto made me throw them all back in the river, so
Oh, yeah.
I caught 10 or 12 of them. The best part of all of this here is that it's all within like 20 miles from here. It's all come from the backyard.
Yes, it's here, but there's a lot of sweat and tears to make it come
And you
to
can
the table.
taste every bit of it,
Yeah,
can't you?
yeah, and I believe it's a lot to do with how hard, the soil is, the climate, all those things to make something beautiful.
The harder you work, the better it tastes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll drink to that. Cheers. Al,
It's been
thanks.
a real pleasure.
It has been.
Real pleasure.
Cheers. And no Kiwi meal is complete without New Zealand's most famous contribution to the world of pastry, the pavlova. Just when I thought all the work was over. Now, back at home, we plugged these in, eh? You got electricity down here,
Oh,
do you?
that's coming soon. We've heard about that. Still working for your dessert, though.
Okay, I've broken a sweat. It's got to be done.
A good pav should have a nice, crisp outer.
That marshmallow center, sure. Beautiful.
So these little kiwi berries.
How come I've never seen that before in my whole life? It's like a baby kiwi.
Come close.
Where's Meadow?
Yes, please. Double wide, thanks.
I can't think of a better way to end a meal in New Zealand than with one of these pavlovas. Actually, there is one thing. Another glass of Pinot Noir.
Good idea.